Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Teravail Rutland gravel tire. So the tires I'm reviewing today are the Rutland by Teravail. The ones I have equipped on my bike are the 29 by 2.2. I chose the fast, light and supple version of the tire. They weigh in at 765 grams each, and it is recommended to inflate them between 30 and 55 psi. These tires are also tubeless compatible. It's also important to note that the tires come in various different sizes: 700 by 38, 700 by 42, 700 by 47, 650B by 47, 27.5 by 2.1, and finally the 29 by 2.2. Unfortunately, at this point, there is no Rutland in 26-inch. Okay, so first, how was the installation? I have the tires mounted to a set of DT Swiss 1800G. The inner width on this wheel set is 24 millimeter. The wheel set is tubeless ready, and I'm using Stan tubeless valves. For sealant, I'm using the Stan's no tube. So as far as installation, I have to say the tires were quite hard to mount on the rims, but once they were on the rims, the installation went flawlessly. I did the whole setup without using a compressor or a specialized pump. All it took is a little bit of elbow grease, and I had the tires sealed on my first try. Now, it's important to note that my experience is really specific to this tire and wheel set combo. It might not work as good with your wheel set, but if you're using a DT Swiss wheel set and the Rutlands, then there's a good chance that the installation will go quickly and without any trouble. So as far as my experience, I've had the tires for about a month and a half now, and I've used them on a wet bikepacking trip. I've also taken the tires on mountain bike single tracks, and I've been around town for a few rides as well. The bikepacking trip was pretty rough. I had about 2 days of continuous rain, and it had rained previously for about 2 weeks. So really the trails were completely waterlogged, and the whole time I felt really confident on the tires. And the 2.2 tires really absorbed a lot of the rougher parts of the trail. Now I also took the tires on my local mountain bike single tracks. Trails at the bike park were a mix of wet and dry soil. And again, the tires adapted quite well to the different types of terrain I was encountering. And this is also how Teravail is selling the tire, saying that this is kind of an all-rounder tire and really something that you can slap on your bike and not worry what you're going to be coming up against. And I think that's pretty accurate as to where that tire fits. Of course, the weak point of these tires, as they have a fairly aggressive pattern on them, is when you're rolling on asphalt. But even there, I mean, it was not horrible. They're fairly fast rolling and will do just fine if you have a few sections of asphalt in between trails or your gravel roads. As with the nanos, I'm seeing a little bit of premature wear when I'm using it on asphalt. If you have a high percentage of asphalt in your usual routes, then I would probably look at the more durable compound for these tires, not the soft and fast rolling that I have on my bike. If I were to try to explain how this tire feels, it's really like a oversized version of the nanos, so an oversized gravel tire. It's not quite a mountain bike tire, but pretty close. Now the tires are fairly expensive, especially if you're coming from narrower gravel tires. For example, the Gravel King SKs can easily be found at around $50. They usually come on sale. Now these tires usually go for $75 Canadian. So you're looking at $150 for your wheel set. So it's not a cheap set of tires, but it's also not the most expensive. It kind of sits at the mid-range of tires in that size. Now, as you can tell so far, I'm really enjoying the tires. I will probably be doing a long-term review in a few months once I switch for new tires again. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, if you want to try something different, you want to give Teravail a go, your bike can handle 2.2s, and you do a mix of gravel and single track, then I think the Rutland are an excellent choice. They're not cheap, but not too expensive, and will do okay on asphalt if you really need to. And the tubeless setup was probably the best experience I've had with tires so far. So yeah, give it a go. If you're interested in purchasing the tires, as usual, I will put affiliate links in the description below. Stay safe, ride often, and I'll see you next time.